Hello and welcome to this Cancer-inspired reading for July 2025. I am not a fortune teller, I am not an astrologer, but I do work with the symbolism of the tarot and the symbolism of Western astrology to bring maybe new perspectives into a situation. Maybe we can have some inspiration, maybe we can learn something, maybe we can look at some deeper layers of consciousness together. So let's have a little conversation with the cards. I'm excited. Yeah, let's see what wants to come out for the sign of Cancer or the symbolism of Cancer. We are in Cancer season, so that's happening. In the first part of the reading, I will go into a general energy. Second part of the reading, I will go into a relationship dynamic, so stick with me. Ooh, and there is already a beautiful, beautiful Cancer card. Look at that. We do have a King of Cups, or in this deck, a Knight of Cups, and he is, as you can see here, in his cup already carrying the crab. So he is the emotional knight, he is the knight who is really in touch with his feelings. He is also the evolved knight who knows how to handle his feelings. He is very mature when it comes to his emotional life, and he is the sensitive knight as well. So he really has established a good relationship with himself and therefore is normally very stable. When he is, upside down, which I don't read the cards like that, then it could go into the other extreme. But in general, that's a beautiful, of course, energy. And in my German readings, I always say, ich bin nicht umsonst die Kunst des Tarot, which means I'm not the art of tarot just for fun. It's like, it's really interesting that this card is coming out. So yeah, he is, when we want to look at personality traits or into like activities we can do with this card, it is a lot about creative musical things, like everything that gets you deeper in touch with your feelings. He's also the therapeutic knight. He is also the healer. He is the artist. He is the musician. So this is a really, really beautiful card to get in touch with our feelings and bring them forward and maybe even master something, because we are really mastering something when we are in this knight energy. In the Crowley deck or in other decks, this would be the king. And it is, of course, related to Cancer and to water signs. So it's very exciting. So I would say you're feeling yourself, or we are feeling ourselves, because this really describes the essence of Cancer as well. All right, so what we are bringing into this situation, Four of Swords. This is a great card. Maybe the Knight of Cups here is the result of us allowing ourselves to rest, or allowing ourselves to not walk or go into conflict, to not go into conflict in conversation. The Four of Swords, the swords in general, speak of everything that is happening in the mental plane and also in words and communication. So when we are in a place of the Four of Swords, we are very, very we're asked to really rest. We are asked to take a step back. We are asked to meditate, maybe to let your thoughts just calm down and wait for the answers to come towards you. So this is also a card of peace in a way, and it's also called truce in English. So it is a card of really drawing back and relaxing, and especially relaxing your mind. With this card, I always say take a nap. But this is what we are coming into. So we are through maybe a moment and a period of contemplation. We come closer to our feelings, and we are more capable of also managing and controlling our feelings and maybe understanding where we want to go. Very nice. We have Libra here with the Four of Swords. So maybe that's something that is resonating. And we are moving into, or having in front of us, ooh, and talking about Libra, there is the Libra card. Very beautiful. Maybe you're dealing with a Libra, maybe you're dealing with a relationship. We have another air sign card or Libra card here with the Knight of Swords. So this is a lot about I think analyzing your feelings, a lot about processing your feelings also on a mental level, like maybe thinking things through, creating strategies, staying fair, staying grounded when it comes to especially one-on-one relationships, which is also the Libra card here or the adjustment card. In the Crowley deck, it's a much deeper symbolism, and I like to mention that all the time because she is also connected to justice, of course, and also connected to the goddess Maat, which is a very interesting symbol that is also in a way connected to the Fool as the female version of the Fool. So she is also kind of a clown, she's a Pierrot, she's balancing, she is an artist, and she's balancing out both sides of the argument. She's balancing out both sides of the situation, and that mostly on the mental plane with ease and grace at the same time. So that's why she is also the symbolism of justice. But this card is really a lot about relationships and interpersonal relationships, one-on-one relationships, partnerships, it could be contracts, but maybe in general we are just coming to a better strategy and to a clearer point with ourselves here, how to manage, how to balance, how to really strategize when it comes to our relationships and having a very clear vision of how to move forward, which is the Knight of Swords here. He's very fast, he's very driven, he's very clear, he knows his goal, and he's going there very, very fast, as you can see. So two kings or knights and one Major Arcana card is very beautiful, and as we can see, he's holding a sword and I'm not sure how you pronounce it in English, a dorch, I think, and also the adjustment card here, she's also holding a sword and she's balancing on her truth, and she's balancing out different truths as well, and she's kind of the judge of the truth in this sense. So very, very, very beautiful. A lot of blue, I love that. So we're really diving into our feelings, and also the blue can speak of the throat chakra, so maybe there's a lot to say, but we really know what to say, I think, in this case, because we took the time to process, we took the time to withdraw, we took the time to rest and to let our mind get clear. I love it. So yeah, let's see how this also maybe shows up in interpersonal relationships, and I'm sure it will, because we do have the relationship card here with the Libra card. I'm doing you and another person or another energy, or energies that are coming towards you, you're drawing in. So this other person, you can think of a specific person, you don't have to, it could be just a general environmental thing, but you will know. Ooh, the King of Wands, of course. Oh, the King of Wands, fire sign. Look at him. What a poster. I love this card in this deck. So maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, and this card, of course, is a very, very motivated, very, very driven card, and it seems like there is a lot of passion towards us. It makes sense with the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands, kind of attracting. The Cups and the Wands is what comes together, like as the archetypal male and female energy, but there's people drawn to us, people find us attractive, people want to move towards us when we are in this clear vision, in this very fair way of treating people, in this very grounded, I mean grounded, we don't have earth here, but we do have a lot of mental groundedness, so we are very clear in our strategy, we really thought things through, we are very in touch with our emotions, we're also bringing forward our emotions here as the Knight of Cups is doing, and that kind of draws people in, that makes people passionate towards us. Very, very beautiful. The King of Wands, he is a He's a guy who might be a businessman, who might be a creative, expressive artist, you know, like somebody who's really out there, putting themselves out there, not so much the introverted one. He could be a boss, a leader, he could be in a leadership position. That's all the King of Wands. But in general, a very attractive person, where people are also attracted towards them. But yeah, there is somebody coming your way. There is somebody feeling your stable, grounded, higher consciousness position, and finds that very, very interesting. Maybe we can also attract leader personalities, or we can attract people who are really motivated to work with us, which is also really nice. This could of course be also sexual attraction. The Wands, the King of Wands is fire energy, so it could be very instinctively driven, you know, when somebody is like, I don't really know why this person is drawing me in so much, but I just, it's a instinctive type of drive. Ooh, the Two of Cups. Are you in love, Cancer? Maybe it's not necessarily that you are in love with this person, but you might be radiating love at this time. You might be radiating a very stable, emotional sense of truth within yourself, and you might be also communicating from a place of love. You know, you might be really communicating with people in general on a deeper level, on a deeper emotional level. This is the Two of Cups. But of course, this could be an energy within yourself that you've established, like a loving energy towards other people that somebody is very, very attracted to, obviously, or people in general are very, very attracted to. I mean, who doesn't want the cup of love? And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, although it could very well be, but it is more about really meeting people on a deeper emotional connection, and also really making the effort, having the grace, being kind, being giving, and being open also to exchange, giving, receiving, being balanced. So there's a lot of balance in this, and as I say this, I get the craziest goosebumps. And of course, people want to come in and get some. All right, ooh. The Five of Swords. I'm not sure why this is happening, but there might be still some sort of mental conflict for both of these people, because maybe it is really like you're embodying love, you want love, you have love, you're meeting people on that level of a deeper connection, and when you're drawing a King of Wands, they might not really understand what that means, but they know they want some of it, you know. This could also be because this is water, 2 cups, and this is fire, so very, very like magnetic, but at the same time there could be a moment in interacting where everybody wants to stay in their element, in their truth. It might be a little difficult to exchange those elements, if you know what I mean, to kind of interconnect. And the Five of, I mean, that's kind of one way to read it with the Five of Swords is called defeat, that it's kind of impossible to connect these energies, this very sexual driven, intense forward energy and this very receiving, that it's kind of not balanced enough. But at the same time, it could also be a defeat in a sense that you give into something, you know, you give into a situation, you give into what it is, you know, and you can sense like this is what I can get, and you're coming still from a place of love, and you can probably transform this here with another Queen of Cups, which is also a Cancer card. So we have, or a water sign card. So we do have Mercury in Cancer as well here. So maybe this is also about communicating emotions a little better, or letting that happen in a if the other person or the other side is open to that and in a receptive mode, which seems like that might be the challenge here, to have somebody be receptive to all that love you have to give, Cancer. I mean, that is a very Cancer thing. But at the same time, I think you're still staying grounded. Ooh, wow. And as I say that the Queen of Pentacles is also coming out, not only the Queen of Cups. As I say grounded, we finally have the Pentacles. As I say that you're still staying grounded, we're still staying in we're still having our feet on the ground. You know, even though we can master and sense all these emotional, how can I say that? All these frequencies, maybe, we can still have our feet on the ground and be connected to ourselves, to the now, and just see and sense it for what it is. Very, very beautiful. So we might also kind of want to fight for love here, or fight for what we know is something we need and we want, like this connection. And if people are coming in just with like a bunch of ideas, a bunch of, you know, let's do this, let's do that, let's go here, let's go there, let's have fun together, let's go out, let's jump into the bed together, let's do all these things, you know, very, very motivated. At the same time, we might be also just with the Five of Swords, be more discerning or stand our ground when it comes to our ideals, because the swords are always also about ideals, about priorities is the wrong word, but ideals, principles. So there might be a clash of principles, what it means to connect on a deeper level. And of course this can be a very, very masculine energy who just maybe doesn't know how to love, or I don't know. I mean, surprise, surprise, that happens all the time. But let's see, let's see how we can maybe clarify that a little more. But still, I love this. I'm not sure, you know, we have Venus in Aquarius here with the Five of Swords. So this is also about finding the beauty in maybe more unconventional ideas, which is often a challenge, and that's why it's kind of seems like impossible, but finding the beauty in concepts. And Venus is very Earth related, but at the same time also Libra related. But that is kind of the challenge of Libra and Taurus when it comes to Venus, because Libra is all in the mind and in the ideas and in the ideals, and Taurus is on the now. Like they want a nice meal, they want a beautiful painting on the wall, they want a nice couch that looks beautiful, they want a nice carpet, and so on. And Libra is more like, I want love, I want beauty all around, I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to enjoy my life. So how can we connect that ease of Venus with this fire? And that might be the conflict here. Detachment. Oh, that's so interesting. Look at that. Welcome to the Art of Tarot. In this deck, and that is clarifying a lot for me. In this deck, this detachment card is also Venus in Aquarius. Same than this Five of Swords in this deck, Venus in Aquarius. So it is all mentally a little detached. I feel like maybe this is really about meeting a person or sensing an energy in the interaction, but at the same time mentally detaching from the idea that this could come together or something, or that this could be I don't even want to say fruitful. I feel like this is just maybe more of a protection, a protective mechanism, because there is so much intensity, maybe instinctively, because water and fire, as I said, very instinctual. We cannot really so much handle those. We can intellectualize them, we can rationalize them, and that's probably what's happening here, to kind of detach. Be like, oh, this feels so strong, I need to kind of draw my energy back. And I feel like both sides have to do this, and stay kind of grounded and stay kind of detached from, first of all, the outcome, and second of all, from this intense pull. And as I said, this doesn't have to be really a romantic thing. This can be a work relationship. This can be something where it's like, there's so much, it feels so natural to be around this person, but at the same time I know I need to kind of calm my horses, and this other person is like, I need to calm my horses, and we're like, I need to beware that I don't overgive, or that I don't fall into the trap of, you know, pouring everything onto a situation. So this is very interesting. I will pull one more card, and then ostination. With ostination, that's a grounding card, which is good. We can bring it into the now. It's also a Saturn in Taurus, but this is the challenge also at the same time. How can we bring it into the now without being, or into the reality of a situation, this whole very energetic energy? How can we ground it without being too, without putting ourselves up too much? And that's kind of the message here, I feel like. And putting up, I mean, without boasting, or without being too, look at how I want to see things, and how I want to see things, without this show of a connection. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope so. For me it does. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Please check out my description box and check out everything that you need to learn and know about me in the description box, and like, subscribe, comment, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.